live. Interesting. Here we go. And there we go. Starting live broadcast. Cool beans. Cool beans. Cool beans. And here we go. Hey, Brandon! Uh-oh. What's happening, Brandon? Joe Sullivan, how are you guys tonight? Glad to see you guys tonight. Just getting started. Uh-oh, just getting warmed up here. Just getting warmed up. Haven't even started saying hello yet. Keep going, keep going. All right, here we go. Oh, Liam's here. RG's here. Cool beans. Let's get this ball started. Robert, Ian, Amy, Mario. ¿Qué pasa, Mario? The Grand Sultana. Alrighty. Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader. And yes, we actually have electricity and internet. It was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's just 3 days without electricity. Hey, Gallant's here. Holy cow, I haven't seen you in a while, dude. Yep. Made it through. I actually missed 3 days. Can you believe that? 3 days because of the hurricane. Well, it is what it is. Let's get rolling. It is Sunday. The new week is starting, and I don't really know which week it is. So it's week 2. Wait a minute. No. What is it? Hold on a second. I actually got to count. Okay, week 13. So 1, 2, 3. So in week 3, glad you say thanks, Gallant. We are officially in week 3 of the 4th quarter. Week 3 of the 4th quarter. So that means we've got 10 weeks, 11 weeks left with this week and then 10. So we've got 11 weeks to go for the end of the year. Great. Well, let's get started. Hopefully you guys are doing pretty good. Here I invest with dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, looking for a safe, simple, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Came up with a trading strategy for my 9. Oh my goodness, only 48 people here. Let's get going. Let's get rolling. We haven't been here in 3 or 4 days. Look at this, Tom Powell. Hormel and NEE. Ooh, Hormel. HRL and Nucor. Or is that Newmont? Is it Newmont? No, it's Newmont, right? Yeah, NEE is Newmont. All right, well, let's take a look. Now, Hormel, don't get me wrong, it's a great company and all. Dividend King's over 100 years old, but the premiums are usually not that good. Take a look. Let's open it up a little bit more. Open it up a little bit more so we can actually see the numbers. Here we go. 31.56. So the 31.50 is going for 5 cents. You know what I say to that? Hell no. Sorry, Tom Pal. Mario, ¿qué pasa? How are you doing today? How old am I? What does that got to do with anything? 86 is here. 86, dude, yes. We are lovely. 3 days without electricity, 3 days without internet. Andres, how are you doing? 3 days, no electricity, no internet. So it was kind of like camping. But you know, I'm considering myself lucky because a lot of people didn't do so well. You know? Tops in, cheers, good, thank you. DX, Mike, I have no idea what DX is. Tom Pal, PPG. How am I doing today? Rabbit, I am Rabbit and the Fat Man. Cool name, dude. How am I today? I am awesome today. I had a great day today. Tom Powell wants to look at PPG. All right, we'll get there. Hold up. Verizon. Hold on a second. Verizon, VZ. Guys, let's get one done first. Okay? Let's get one done first. Hormel's going to be a no. Don't get me wrong. I love Hormel. Okay? However, Hormel, the numbers just don't work. All right? I don't want to buy something and not get my 1%. That's what I'm looking for. Safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Hormel, great company. They've been in business for over 100 years. But the numbers just don't work for me. So, next on the list, NEE. Is that Nucor, Newmont? Nucor, isn't it? No, Newmont. Nextera. Damn it. Okay. Interesting. Adam Devine, how are you today? Thanks for the messages, Adam. Appreciate it. Okay, first thing, always I want to see. Glad to see you back live. Me too. I was getting ready to go to the church tonight, you know. Take me to church. Anyway, NextEra Energy, what we're taking a looking at the moment. Let's see if we can move this over a little bit so I can get all that over here. Right there, that work? A little bit more. Hold tight, people. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Before we go much further, give me a dime so I can phone my mother. Okay, here we go. High of the year. 5 things I always want to look at. High, a low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? 5 things. What was the high? What was the low? Where was it? Where is it? Where's it going? Okay, great. Simple. AVGO and Dell. VIP Don, how are you today? AVGO and Dell. You know, the funny thing is, I wasn't live yesterday or Friday, but you guys want to talk about other stuff. You guys don't want to talk about what's coming up for next week. You guys are just throwing stuff at me. How do I become rich? You marry a rich girl, Tony. Hey, Tony, see, here's the funny thing about rich. You know, you say, how can I be rich? Hold on one second. APA, all right, that's Apache. APA. All right, number 1, Tony. First of all, everybody has their own definition of being rich. Me, I'm already rich. I'm healthy. My family is healthy. I got plenty of work to do. I got plenty to eat, roof over my head. I consider myself rich. However, if you think about it, $34,000 a year income, you are richer than 70% of the whole planet. The whole planet, $34,000 a year. You are richer than 70 or 80, about 70 or 80% of the whole planet. That's it. Okay? Here in America, we just, don't even get me started on that. Anyway. KB2395, how are you doing? Crunkster, what an interesting name, Crunkster. Skirt Cocker. Oh, Shirt Cocker. I said skirt. Silly me. All right, hold on a second. Would this be a good time to buy into Tesla? Hell no. Now, Nate, seriously, I can't tell you anything about Tesla. Tesla is not one of those companies I have to keep my eye on. And the reason being is Tesla does not have dividends. So, I look for a safe, consistent, predictable income on a weekly basis. Meaning, the company has to have weekly options. Now, Tesla does have weekly options, but it gives no clues or no cues when it's going to move. Dividends, however, stocks only move for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is an unknown reason. Hurricane, tornado, act of God, that kind of stuff. Or death of a salesman, huge lawsuit, something you don't see coming. That is what's called an unknown event. Can't plan for it. You can only react to it. Second half is what is called a planned event or a known event. Only 2 reasons a stock move. Unknown event, known event. And something we know, something we don't know. Something we don't know, you have no control of. But what we do know, earnings reports, quarterly reports, annual reports, dividends, stock splits, seasonality. What is seasonality? Well, January through December, winter, spring, summer, fall, certain stocks move predictably during the season. Why does Weight Watchers go up at the beginning of the year? Why does Google go down at the beginning of the year? Why does Hershey go up in the first week of February? Why does Apple go up in the fourth quarter? Why does almost all stocks go up in the fourth quarter? That's called seasonality. Certain seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall, affect stocks in a different way. Tesla has none of that. Absolutely none. If the stock doesn't have a way of seeing or knowing when it's going to move, how can you plan for it? So Tesla, no. Sorry, I can't help you out with that one. Don't get me wrong, it's a good company, but it's for cash. It's not for cash flow. It's for asset accumulation. So you put money into Tesla and you let it grow. Yeah, that's not what we're here for. If you're looking for capital appreciation, if you're looking for your account to grow, if you're looking for some place to dump a bunch of money and watch it go higher and higher, you're in the wrong place. That's not what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here is specifically weekly cash flow. So if you're looking for your income, for your account to grow, well, you might be able to use this because we're looking for weekly plays, something we can do every single week. And it's the same stocks we look at every single week. Why? Because they're predictable and they're consistent. WHI, I have no idea what that means. Does anybody know what WHI means? Why? I don't know. Okay, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for predictability, consistency, safety. If you're not looking for those, you're in the wrong place. And I'm not trying to drive you away because, hey, I'm here to teach people. Who will win this election? Don't really care. I've never once been totally directly affected by anybody sitting in the big chair. Okay? We all know who's who. We all know what's what. You have certain beliefs. You can believe what you want. You can listen to whatever you want. All right? You do your own fact checking and you see that both sides lie. They do. Which is the worst? Which one is worse? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Okay? I'm a Trump fan. I don't hide it. I can't talk to Democrats because they don't listen to reason. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I got nothing against Democrats. My mother's a Democrat and my children are Democrats. I just don't talk to them about adult stuff. Gold analysis, please. Don't do gold. It's nothing but a paperweight, dust collector, and a preservation of wealth. No income from it whatsoever. If you're looking for income, gold is not it. Unless, of course, you do gold futures and you know how to do gold futures and you sell options against the weekly gold futures. Yeah, then gold would be a good thing. Other than that, gold by itself, no. It's a storage of wealth, not a wealth accumulation. Somebody once gave me the analogy. If you took $50,000 in cash and buried it, and take $50,000 worth of gold and buried it, 30, 40, 50, 100 years later, you dig both of them up, well, the cash will be just about worthless, but the gold will be worth more. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for weekly cash flow, predictably, consistently, and safely. So, Tesla's a no. AVGO, we're going to take a look at it. Give me a minute or two. Why does everybody like Palantir? Every night, somebody wants to look at Palantir. What the hell is so good about Palantir? Let's take a look at it. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold the phone. NVIDIA make a new high. Jesus. Okay. Aishan Jathar. Okay, seriously, everything you've named so far tells me you're in the wrong place, dude. You really are. This is not what I'm looking for. Think PLTR just got some news. Yeah, we're going to look at that next. Let me finish up with NextEra Energy first. All right? First thing I always want to see, where's the high, where's the low, what direction is it going, where was it last year, where is it now, blah, blah, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. And then I want to see, is it worth my time and effort to jump into it on Monday, which is tomorrow. Okay, right now it's going for 82. Well, the 82 strike price, which means if I buy it at 82 tomorrow morning, I can sell it to somebody else for the exact same price. Well, why the hell would I do that? Well, here's why. If I buy it for 82, sell it to someone else for 82, I'm picking up $1.03. Well, what the hell good does $1.03 mean? Well, glad you asked, because here's your answer. Okay, let's clear this, get out my calculator, and if I'm walking away with $1.03 tomorrow morning, okay, right here, this is what it's selling for, okay, what is it costing me? It's costing me $82. So let's do a little bit of math. What percentage is $1.03 on an $82 stock? Well, that's 1.25%. Simple, right? $1.03, which is the profit, divided by 82, which is the cost of the stock. So if I'm buying the stock for 82, okay, if I'm buying the stock for 82, and I'm selling an option, which is a covered call, buy right, whatever you want to call it. There's a bunch of different names they're doing. You buy a stock, you sell it, you sell the rights, a covered call. So a certain time, by a certain price, by a certain date. So the price, if I'm buying it at 82, I'm selling it for 82. So whoever's buying it from me can buy it anytime, tomorrow morning and Friday afternoon on the expiration. See the expiration right there? 18 October 24th. That's this coming Friday. So if I buy at 82, sell it at 82, I pick up $1.03. $1.03 is 1.25%. Well, what good is that? Well, think about it. If I'm buying it for 82 and it's in an uptrend and everything, all the odds and probabilities are going in my favor, well, if everything is pointing in this direction and it's a good company, because that's a big question you got to ask yourself. Do I like the company? Do I like NextEra Energy? Do I know what they do? Do you remember the 5 rules? Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. NextEra Energy, do I know what they do? Do I like the company enough to buy it and hold on to it as if I'm never going to sell it? Because never buy something unless you plan on holding on to it for a long time, because you just might have to. The longest I've ever held any stock was 9 months. Shalish Yadav, I hope I pronounced that right. How you doing? Never buy something you don't understand. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. Number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Rule number 4, weekly options are a must. And rule number 5, make sure the numbers work. Well, what are the numbers? Well, what am I buying it for? What covered call am I selling? What premium am I collecting? Is that over 1%? Great. Now what is the chart telling me? Well, the chart is going to tell me if it's a good time to buy it on. I don't like buying at a high, because you're buying high, waiting for it to go higher. It doesn't make any sense. So, high, low, where was it, where is it, what direction is it going? That's easy to see. So a year ago, we're at 54.14, bottomed out at the bottom of the year in mid-October at 50.63. How did you choose your weekly options? Okay, MR, I think I just covered that. Hold 1 second. Okay, the low, 50.63, and that was in the middle of October of last year. Well, here's the high just a couple of weeks ago. The last 30 days, and the reason why I want to look at just the last 30 days, because the last 30 days gives me a good idea where it's going next week. Because this week, well, one day is very similar to the next day. See? We have our low on Wednesday. Thursday was an up day. Friday was an up day. Perfect opportunity to jump in on Monday if the numbers work. Okay, great. Well, what are the numbers? Well, currently, 82. And somebody asked me, how do I pick my options, my strike price? Well, if I'm buying it at 82, my strike price that I'm selling it for would be 82. There's no confusion there whatsoever. I want the strike price closest to my purchase price, because I'm not buying the stock for appreciation. I'm buying the stock only for the premium, because I'm hoping it either stays the same or goes up, one or the other. Okay? I don't want to buy it at a high, and I don't want to buy it at a low. Okay, so what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for the 30-day high. Well, that was, what was that? Okay, so 30 days ago, she opened up at 83.09, way over here. Okay, she went up, down, now she's going back up again. That is so plain to see. Look, up, down, now it's going back up again. That's all stocks do. They go up and they go down. The appreciation is just the icing on the cake. Yes, exactly, it is, Adam. Okay? The appreciation and the dividend are both icing on the cake. I'll take them. It's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is this. That's like you doing your neighbor a favor. Hey, I'm going to the store. You want me to pick up something? Yeah, pick me up a gallon of milk. Great. Here's $5. Well, it's only $4.50. Keep the rest for yourself. Same thing. Okay? Hey, I'm going to the store. I'm picking up some NextEra Energy. You want me to get you some? Yeah, pick me up a couple hundred shares. Okay. Great. What do I owe you? Well, I'll give you $1.03 for your inconvenience. Same thing. I mean, let's call it what it is, you know. I'm buying it for 82. I'm selling it for 82. And I'm collecting $1.03. $1.03 is 1.25% for the week. And if you only do good quality stocks over and over and over again, well, great. Then you're the absolute worst case scenario Absolute worst case scenario, you end up with a company that consistently increases their dividend every single year. Now, the main thing, or the original intent for the stock market, was for people to buy stocks and hold on to them for years, for decades, then sell it when you're ready to retire 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. I mean, from now. Okay, whoever came up with options, well, cool, but what do you do with the options? Well, that's even cooler. They came out in the 1970s. All right, a lot of interesting things happened in the 70s. Okay, so that's Nexteria. I like Nexteria. Let's actually run through a quick trade so you guys get to actually see how it's done. Now, for those you don't know or new here, this screen here, you know, rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub screen right here, this thing right here is live on YouTube. The 10-Minute Trader on YouTube, and you can see the screen. Because you can't see these little tiny numbers on your phone. As much as you like to, you can't see how small they are. All right, that's why this is live on YouTube. So you can go to either your computer screen or your big screen TV. Okay, I actually know a few people who sit on their comfy couch watching on the big screen TV with their phone in their hand so they can listen to me on the phone and watch it on the TV, eating popcorn, having a martini, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so that's Nexteria. Let's do a quick trade. Now, I use Thinkorswim. Now, this is a trading platform called Thinkorswim. It's free to download. No, I do not get any kickbacks, any commissions like that. No, I don't. I've just been using it for 20 years, and it's the best one that I have found so far. If you guys have one that you think is better, I'll be more than glad to say no, it isn't. You get used to something and you just keep using it. Everything I possibly want or need is available at a click right there on that screen. So why would I look anywhere else? But I do use Robinhood also. Because like I say, I have 6 different accounts. I only share 3 of them with you guys. Okay, I'm a nice guy, but I do have to draw the line somewhere. So I let you peek over my shoulder for a certain amount, but that's it. Okay, let's do a quick trade. First thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the screen because we already figured out what we like. Okay, we like Nexteria at 82, so we don't need to see the chart anymore. So click right there, get rid of that. Then I want to go right over here. Line down says spread single. I want to change that to covered call. So just watch where the cursor is. See right here, cursor right there. Click on that. This little window opens up. These are all different trading strategies. If you really want to confuse the hell out of yourself, yeah, stop looking at that crap. Confusing as hell. Don't get me wrong. I know how to do most of them. They're just very consuming. Okay, very time consuming. No, thank you. So I'm just going to go to the covered call right down here. Covered call, and everything's going to change. See? There you go. Everything changed. Next thing I want to do is, I remember I told you I like the 82s. Right here. The current stock price, 82. The call strike I want to sell, I want to buy and sell right here, the 82. Now, when you move your cursor over, see that little tiny, it's a tiny, tiny window. Now, you can't see it on your phone, and you can't see it on your tablet, but you can see it on your big screen TV or your computer. That little tiny screen right there says buy. That's what I want to do. I want to buy right there. I'll click on that, and it self-populates. Now, there's 2 trades here. It's called a covered call. Okay, you're buying the stock and you're selling the option. All in one trade. So I'm going to change it to just 100 shares. That way it's not too intimidating for some people. I like to change it from a limit order to a market order. This way it fills first thing in the morning. And the nice thing about a market order, it fills instantaneously, regardless what the stock price is. That being said, click confirm and send, and here's what the order sounds like. I always insist, say it out loud so you can hear it, because your eyes can deceive you. Your fingers may not do what your eyes tell them to do, and you may hit the wrong button. That's where most newbies lose money, by hitting the wrong button. Weird. I mean, I did it 4 times this year, and I've been trading for over 20 years. Anyway, here's what the order sounds like. You ready? Buy 1 covered NEE 100s. Those are the weeklies. 18 October 24. That's this coming Friday. The $82 call strike. Remember, that's the one I liked because it's the closest one to the purchase price. NEE, which is the stock, at the market price at the open. To open to open. It says to open twice. Reason being, you're opening a stock order. You're buying 100 shares. You're opening an option order. You're selling one contract. One contract, 100 shares. Adam, can the premiums change by the morning? The actual... Adam, the numbers you see here is what's called... hold on a second. End of day data. End of day data. So when the trading stops at 4:30, okay, yeah, it's like freeze frame. You know, freeze frame, everything freezes. Yeah, as soon as the market opens, first thing, 9:30 a.m. Did I say 4:30? Closes at 4, sorry. 9:30 a.m., all those numbers will change. It's kind of like a roulette wheel, and they keep changing and changing and changing. And you got to take a pick which one you want. That's where limit orders come in good, because you say, hey, this is what I want. Okay, let's finish up. By one covered call, NEE 100, October 18, 2024, the 82 call strike against the stock. Okay, we understand what it is. The very next line, it says $80.80. That is your break even. What does that mean? Anything over $80. Joshua, how are you doing? Anything over $80.80 is going to be a profit. Well, the stock is currently at 82, and it's in an uptrend. 82 and in an uptrend. So great. So if I buy it here, there's my break even. So what am I making off of this profit right here? Maximum profit, $119. Okay, remember where I say simple, safe, predictable, and consistent? Predictable, we know what we're going to make on the trade before we even make it. Okay, if I'm buying 100 shares and I'm selling the contract against it to the exact same price. Now, if it sounds a little intimidating, don't worry about it. It's on YouTube. You can rewind it, play it, rewind it, play it, rewind it, play it, rewind it, play it, rewind, so you can understand it. Okay, it's simple. It was created for a 9-year-old. It was created for a 9-year-old in 2008. My 9-year-old daughter said, "Daddy, can you teach me what you're doing?" CJ, which of the Patreon levels is the best for learning by watching over your shoulder, specifically options? CJ, it is the mid one, $100 a month. But if you want personal attention, if you want one-on-one, just you and me, that's $500 a month. Okay, I go by a philosophy. Those who pay attention. Those who pay more attention. I like to think that I don't have to keep repeating myself for those who pay more or those who... Anyway, let's keep going. My maximum profit, $119.50. I know what I'm going to make before I even do it. What am I risking? Well, the trade is going to cost me $8,000. Okay, well, let's do the math. Clear. All right, if I'm making $119.50, it's costing me $8,081. $8,081. Okay, 1.47% for the week. So here's some of the questions you got to understand, or you have to agree with. Number one, does it make sense? Do I know who NextEra Energy is? Is it a company that I like? Is it a company I can see myself owning for the long term? Do they consistently increase their dividends? Do they have weekly options? Is this something I can do every single week? Yes, you can do this trade every single week. So if you own it, if I buy it tomorrow morning at $82, I can sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at the exact same price, $82. And for that privilege, I'm getting 1.47%. That's almost 1.5% for the week, because the option expires or becomes worthless next Friday. So whoever bought the option from me, you ever hear the expression shit or get off the pot? Well, if they buy it from me, they have between when they buy the option until the option expires to decide whether or not they want to buy the stock, whether they want to exercise it, or what they want to do. But regardless of whatever happens, I will always own the stock at 82 unless I sell it. at 82. Okay, it doesn't it's kind of weird. You buy it for 82, you sell it for 82. Well, where's your profit? Well, the profit's right there for the option. That's where options come in. Okay, in this instance, now there's a lot of trading strategies you can do with options. Hold on. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Let's go back to here. Okay. Now, the beautiful thing about options is you can do a lot with them. Let me go over a few of them. Okay. Single. That's just buying and selling options by themselves. And then you have vertical. Well, that's where you can combine buying and selling at the same time to cost you less money, make you more money. Verticals make a whole hell of a lot more money than singles. But they're time consuming and they're very risky. Okay, back ratio. These are freaking cool, but very complex, and you have to understand them. Okay? Don't get me wrong, they're awesome. The calendars, those are awesome too, but they also have their drawbacks. Every single one of these strategies has their pros and their cons. Number one is you have to understand it. You have to know what's the good and the bad about it. And you have to devote a certain amount of time to learn it and master it. So that's why I always say stick to the simplest one there is. The simplest one there is the covered call. That's where you buy a stock and then you sell somebody an option to buy it from you at a certain price by a certain date. Okay, so the one we're talking about right now, NextEra Energy, $82 by this coming Friday, which, by the way, is week number 40 for the year. If my covered call didn't sell last week, this week I will choose single. Absolutely correct, Adam. Okay, but you want to make sure the option you sell this week is not below what you paid for the stock. If it is, make sure you have enough leeway to keep your eye on it so you're not at risk. And then always set an alert in case it goes the opposite direction. This way you can be sent an email or a text. Who do we got over here? Garfield! Is that right? Garfield, how are you over there today? Today. All right, anyway. That being said, that's NextEra Energy. Now, let's see what is so desperately important about Palantir. Palantir. I'm tired of hearing. That's almost like as bad as NVIDIA. You know, people are like, well, what about NVIDIA? What about Tesla? They don't have dividends, no thank you. It's actually that simple. No dividends, no thank you. The funny thing is, this is my channel, my strategy, and I'm trying to... Good day, sir. Could you do a giveaway? Maybe a gift card giveaway. Ooh, that's an interesting question. I had no idea where to even start or how to even do that. You're under the assumption that I'm good at this. No, I know how to stand in front of a camera and just talk. That I know how to do. You want me to do other things too? Yeah, forget it. Sorry, dude. I am so old school, I gotta write shit down. Alright, so take it for that. Alright, let's keep going. Palantir. P-L-N-T-R. Is that right? P-L-T-R. Alrighty. Palantir. Well, first of all, hell no. Look at it. Why the hell would I buy something at the high of the year? Think about it. Your high of the year. You're standing on a ladder waiting for someone to bring you a taller ladder. Explain to me how the hell that makes sense. Now, I can understand buying down here and selling up here, but buying up here, what are you, seriously, what the hell are you thinking? Do you think automatically it's going to continue to go up just because it did before? Buy high, sell low. Adam, be my guest. You just tell me which one you're going to do, and I'll be right there and wait for it to pick up the pieces. Anyway, I don't buy at the high. Okay? I will wait for it to have profit taking, because if you think, seriously, think about this. Okay? A year ago, we were at 14 bucks. 14 bucks a year ago. Well, now it's at 43. Now, if you do your math properly, you know that's about a 300% increase. And if you think people who bought it down here aren't going to take profits and this thing's going to drop, well, you're sadly mistaken. There are a few, because I don't know if you remember. Most of you probably won't remember this. Let's see how many people remember this. I'm going to count. I'm going to say less than 4. How many people remember the early I think it was 1980, 81, where gold hit, I think, $750 or $850, okay, an all-time high. The chart looked just like this. It was way down here at 250, and it jumps up to 850. And everybody's like, oh, gold, 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 big gold rush. Okay, you're quarantined. He knows. He remembers. So, the people buying here at the high, let's just put it this way. Back in 1981, at the gold rush at $850 a share, the people who bought it at the high had to wait. Are you ready for this? Had to wait 3 decades. That's 30 years to break even. Okay, that's the same bonehead who bought, hold on, Bitcoin at 72. $72,000 a coin. Somebody bought it at $72,000 a coin. Then what happened? It dropped down. And how long is that person going to have to wait in order to make a profit? I never, ever, I don't even think I have enough evers in there. Never, ever buy at a high. Never. I don't care what it is. There's no room for profit there. Okay, look. When it went up, down, 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 up, she's going to come back down again. That's where I buy in when she comes back down. But hold on a second. We're not done yet. First of all, current price. Oh, here you go. You ready for this one? Some of you will recognize this and some of you won't. The last traded price on Friday, $43.51. The bid, $43.26. That's lower. The ask, $43.32. Both the bid and the ask are lower than the last traded price on Friday. You know what that means? Some of you know what it means. It has a tendency to be pushing it down on Monday. But anyway, let's keep going. $43.32. So the $43.50 is going for 90 cents. That's a 2% trade. Wonderful. Well, let's see what kind of dividends they have and how consistent are they with their increases on their dividends. PLTR. Oh, Palantir Technologies. PE ratio. Historical data. Okay, so we're going to go into historical data. The nice thing I like about historical data, look, you have the dates, the open, the high, the low, the close, the adjusted, and the volume. All the information you would need. Now they also have dividends, stock splits, and oh, wait a second, there are no dividends in this time period. So why the hell are we looking at it? Now for those of you who say, whoa, what's Palantir doing? You must have a difficulty in reading because the very top of the invitation that you got, hey, James at Dividend Stock Talk has a live show. Why don't you come by? Dividend investing for cash flow. Yet you give me a company that you know has no dividends to do nothing but waste our time. Palantir, no. Has no dividends, no thank you. Alright, so let's go back to where we were. Alright, PLTR, hell no. Let's keep on going. Join. Hey, Mark, good evening. What are we thinking about? Ooh, Walgreens on Tuesday. Wait a second. If you didn't get call on the stock, do you sell it on Mondays? Anyways, no. Good question, though, for holes. F holes. Wow. My mind could go a whole bunch of different directions on that one. Mark, let's take a look at Walgreens. I like Walgreens. I actually own some Walgreens. Oh, and Walgreens is up again. Cool beans. Check it out. The 13th. Here we go. 30 days ago. Look at the 30-day chart on Walgreens. Looks gorgeous. Look. 6 times. And it's approaching a 7th at 9:30. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what you call resistance. means it's tried 6 times to go over the $9.30 mark, and it couldn't do it. Okay, she drops. Here's the 30-day bottom here. She jumps up, pulls back again. Now she's back up again. But she ain't going to go much higher because, look, right now she's getting closer to the 930. Well, what makes you think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times it wouldn't do it? And what makes you think it's going to do it this time? Luke, Walgreens at the corner of dead and insolvent. I like the input. Thank you for that. However, I'm going to disagree with you. Walgreens has been around for over 170 years. They have 8,700 stores worldwide. They just don't disappear that quickly. Also, Walgreens owns a bunch of shit. They got makeup lines in 22,000 stores worldwide. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, the stock is getting beat up because the current administration doesn't want to prosecute crime. Come on in, steal whatever you like. You won't be prosecuted, no problem. Yeah, that doesn't go over very well in the business world. When it happens, yep, Big Cheese says, all right, let's get rid of the dead stores and we will progress. We'll see what happens after the smoke clears. Well, they already admitted they're taking out 25% of the stores. 8,700 stores, they're getting rid of 25% of them. Hey, that's over 2,000 stores they're getting rid of. Well, fine. Let's see what happens after they get rid of the 2,000 stores. Okay, F-holes. If you don't get called away on the stock, do you sell it on Monday anyway? It all depends on the numbers. Okay? So, Mark, Walgreens. Now, I own a bunch of Walgreens. I got some at 12. I got some at 11.50. I even got some at 8. All right? Now, last week I sold the 9s and the 9.50s. I made a nice return on the last week. Worked for me. I have no intention whatsoever getting rid of Walgreens. King Kong Fisher. Don Quixote de Arriba. APAC running the country. Probably. Poseidon's last mola. Hope you and yours are well from the storm. Yeah, we're doing fine down here. A lot of, I think my son lost one window. My other son lost a couple of fence panels. Ooh, JD the man. Kohl's and Marathon. Let me write those down. Kohl's and Mara, M-A-R-A. Here we go. We'll take a look at those. Okay, Pensagaris. No. No to Palantir. Let's talk about risk management. Fixed trades. All right. Explain to me what you think about risk management, because here's what I think about risk management. Risk management are for those people who don't do their research. Number one, never buy something you don't understand. If you don't understand it, if the numbers don't make sense, if it's not a company you ever heard of. Now, I heard of Walgreens. Okay, Walgreens has been, do your research. When were they incorporated? What's their cash flow like? Are they consistently increasing their dividends? I don't want to put any of my money into a company that's not consistently profitable for at least, you ready for this? 2 decades. 20 years of consistent increases in their profits. Well, there's 9,664 different companies in the stock market. I put my trades in tonight. Will they be effective when the market opens tomorrow, or will they get canceled at midnight? No, Adam. If you put your trades in tonight, they will be filled tomorrow morning. Right, sometime tomorrow. If you do a market order, they'll be filled first thing in the morning. If you do a limit order, they'll be filled whenever the market maker decides to fill them. Okay, when I'm jumping into a trade, I don't do limit orders. I do market orders. That way, I'm guaranteed they get filled first thing in the morning. Limit orders, they could sit on the computer all day long and not get filled at all. But fixed trades, I'm more than willing to take a look at your idea of risk management. Okay, but I think, personally, this is just me, everybody's got to figure it out themselves. We each and every one of us have to figure out what is best for us and our money. You're working 30, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Okay, this is the way it usually goes. Go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a job, work 30, 40 years of your life, give your money to a money manager or a fund manager, and they will give you a steady income for the rest of your life. Well, great, that didn't work for me. Okay, number one, I didn't get good grades in school. Okay, I purposely tried to flunk so I could stay in school longer. I had a blast in high school. I did. It was great. After high school, I joined the service. After the service, I joined the workforce. Okay, I worked my ranks up in the workforce, and then I started my own company. Okay, it was great. I had my own company for 13 years. My wife decided to leave me, so sold the company, traveled around for a while, blah, 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 all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. So, all that being said, now I'm retired. I have a nice little nest egg. That little nest egg gets me 1% a week. That allows me to live a comfortable, under the radar kind of lifestyle. You know, I'm from the generation where, hey, here we are, just leave us alone, just pretend I don't exist. That type of existence. I missed a bunch of questions. Adam, PG looks good to me. Can you discuss it tonight? PG, Procter & Gamble. We'll see what we can do, Adam. I missed some questions. All right. Oh, boy. Wow, I missed a lot of questions. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to apologize now. I got 7 cameras going, which means I have questions coming from all different angles, and I can't view them all. Request in your live video. Garfield sent a request to be in your live video. Well, Garfield, I have no idea who you are. Okay? Anyone can watch it, and some of your followers may be notified, blah, 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 blah. Go live with Garfield. Garfield, I'd love to be able to bring you on. However, I have no idea who you are. Okay, I'm glad you're happy to be here. Great, wonderful. But I don't invite anyone to the live show unless I have a personal conversation with you. Because I don't want to talk about NASCAR. I don't want to talk about Amway. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about religion. I only want to talk about dividend investing for cash flow. So if you want to talk, if you want to come on one of the live shows, great, fine. Send me a phone number, we'll chat, and we'll go from there. This thing keeps moving on me, getting these questions. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, why do you freeze 401k on election day? Would you freeze 401k? I have no idea. I wouldn't put money into a 401k if life depended on it. Drazik! Holy cow, dude, I haven't seen you in a while. Sorry, dude. 401k, really, dude, read the fine print. Okay? It's not as safe as you'd like it to be. PayPal, no dividends, sorry. Antonio, good evening to you. Micron, ooh, we like Micron. We did Micron a while ago. And you, wait a second, we were going to do something else, weren't we? Why does this thing keep moving on me? Jose, Coffee Break Logistics, nice to see you back, dude. I'm missing some questions. All right, I got that one. Luke, company 401s equals invest in their company and they charge you. Yeah, I get it. Micron is dividends, yep. Paramount. I think Paramount is on. Oh, nope, Paramount's on the list now. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. We're at 190 people so far. So if we can keep over 200 by Friday, ABT, Abbott Labs, ABT. We'll take a look. I can't guarantee because there's so many to look at. That's a no. Thanks, 86. Hassan Pfeffer, nice to see you. The shorts. Wouldn't it be better to sell a call only versus a covered call, and that way you don't tight funds? Jose, unfortunately, you can't do that. Okay, that is called a naked selling. Okay, you have to be in the highest approval. Okay, years ago it used to be level 5. Now I think it's level 3. What the heck is that? What the heck was that? I hate that new shit they put on the computer. Oh, I'm so faking cool. Oh, I'm so effing faking cool too? I don't understand why you continue to go over these stocks that are a hell no. Well, see, here's the thing, okay? Now, I don't go over them. I'm going to show you something interesting. You'll get a kick out of this. Okay. Now, you really can't see here, okay? But this is this week's. Okay, you guys give me a list. All right, that's last week's, week before. You see them all? Week before, so on and so forth. The whole book is full of them. Now, 98% of all this stuff that you guys asked me to take a look at, nothing I would trade. Okay? Now, there's a reason why some people join my morning trading group, because they see exactly what I'm trading. If I go over everything that I'm trading, well, you guys don't have any input, and I don't want to do that. So I take a look at what you guys tell me you want me to take a look at, and then I give you my opinion. So it's not what I would pick. Does that make sense? Okay, so I have certain stocks that I pick, and that's it. Those are the dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend contenders, dividend champions, Warren Buffett's list. Between those right there, that's over 300 companies that consistently increase their dividends for more than 2 decades. That's 20 years. Consistent profits. You cannot increase your dividends unless you increase your profits. It's only common sense. Because if a dividend is a portion of the profits, well, you can't increase the profits without increasing the dividends. It's just, one goes with the other. So when you ask me to take a look at Palantir, I'll take a look at it, and then I'll tell you hell no. If you want to ask me to take a look at VOO, I'll take a look at it and tell you no. SCHD, hell no. Hold on. Let me think. Oh, Tesla, hell no. Netflix, hell no. A whole bunch of companies you guys will ask me to take a look at, and they're always going to be a no. But yet you ask me anyway. Hey, some of you, and I've been doing this since January, the live things. Okay, I've been doing trading for over 20 years. Okay, and I progress as technology progresses. So my very first video online was 2011. Okay, and then I did videos on YouTube. Didn't get very far, but TikTok, total different stories. There's a whole bunch of people out there wanting to know stuff. Fine, well, here we are. So, why do I keep looking at them? Because the audience wants to look at them, not me. If you want to look at just the stocks I want to look at, fine. But then I don't want to ignore people when they ask. Hope that makes sense. What stock are we talking about? Well, right now, we're looking at MU. Now, MU, Micron Technologies, that is a good stock. That is a yes, but is it a yes for this week? I don't know yet, because we haven't looked at the numbers yet. First thing I always want to see is where's the high, where's the low, where was it a year ago, where is it now, and what direction is it going? Well, it went up, it came down, now it's going back up again. That's easy enough to see. Great. It's not at the high, and it's not at the low. So we'll go to the next step, step number 2. What are we paying for it? Well, tomorrow morning, better to sell an out option if you think it's going up. Okay, Paul, yeah, I get that, but we don't talk about that here. Okay, we talk about that in the morning trading group. Here, we only talk about one trading strategy and only one. That is the covered call on a dividend stock getting ready to go through dividends, because that's when a stock moves up. So if you line yourself up for odds and probabilities to be in your favor, well, number one, does the company have a dividend? And is the dividend coming up? If the dividend is coming up, most likely the stock increases going into the dividend play. Do they have weekly options? Great. Another thing in our favor. What is the chart telling us? Well, it went up, it came down, now it's going back up again. Look at it right here. It's actually on its way back up again. That's another odds in our favor. Okay, so a year ago, wait a minute, before we do that, let's check the numbers to see if it's worthwhile. It's 106.83. The closest strike price to that will be the 107s. And that's going for 222. That's over a 2% trade. Now here's the thing. If it hits 107 by Friday, you get the 222 and the additional 17 cents difference between the purchase price and the strike price. So the numbers look like it's 3% trade this week if it hits 107. But before that, let's see what the chart's telling me. because a chart tells a whole bunch of different stories. And let's see what it has to say. A year ago, we were at $70.25. The bottom of the year was at the end of October, and that was $64.51. That's the low of the year, way over here. Okay? Then she slowly climbs to the high at 160. Well, look at this. She was at 65 here, up to 160. That's over 150% increase. Okay? Stevie, this is MU, Micron Technologies. So the high of the year, it's a double high, 157.32. That was back in the middle of June. Okay, so from there, she drops down, keeps on going. And I want to look at the last 30 days. Now the reason I want to look at the last 30 days, because it gives me a good idea where it's going to be by Friday. So if I buy it Monday, I want to be up by Friday. And Tony, what the heck is FCX? FCX, that's a no. I can tell you that right now. All right, so 30 days ago we're at 88. We bottomed out at 86, topped out at 115. Okay, look at the gap up. Then she drops back down. Now she's going back up again. Well, great. That's what I like to see. She's going back up again. You can't deny what you're looking at. Here's the bottom. Here's the top. She comes down. Now she's going back up again. All right, great. So if I jump in, that is a halfway decent trade for the week. Now, before we move on, what does a stock normally do this time of year? Now, for those of you that are new and don't know what a seasonality chart is, okay, a seasonality chart is one whole year. January 1st, December 31st. The blue line is the movement this year. The blue dot right here, well, that was Friday. Okay, from here to there is what we have left of this year. Now the red line down here is the 10-year average. Do you ever trace options on CH? Oh, hell no, CJ. SCHD is a big, fat, floating turd in my humble opinion. Okay? When anybody asks me at SCHD, I know that they don't do research on anything they buy. If you did research on SCHD, you will know it is a turd. It's not even giving you 3.5% for the year. So you put your money in SCHD, that gives you 3.5%. I think it's 3.5%. 3.5%. Hold on a second. Let's find out exactly what it is. But I know it's a piece of crap. SCHD. Okay. Summary. Because I do know they haven't paid dividends that long. Okay, yeah. Okay, yield. 3.47. So you put your money in SCHD and they give you 3.47 for the year. Not a week, not a month, not a quarter, but the whole 12 kitten caboodle months. 12 months and they're giving you 3.47, and you think that's good? That just proves to me that you don't know what you're doing and you're not doing any research. Do the research. See, there are other companies almost as bad as this that give you a better rate of return. You know, I don't know who sold it to you. I don't. But let's get back to where we were. So as I was saying, the red line is 10 years worth of data. That's 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18. Hey, Marguerite. Okay. Anyway, 10 years of data give you the average movement. Look at it for the whole year. Goes sideways, 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 sideways. And look, right here at the end of October, she shoots up and starts going up to the end of the year. That's the fourth quarter. That tells me that, hey, Micron is going to be great at the end of October. But what is it looking like at the beginning of October, where we are right now? Okay, right now is a good opportunity to catch this little uptick right here. So it might be good for a week. We can get it close to a 3%. So let me write that one down. I'll circle that bad boy. All right, let's keep on going. See, what time frame is that? Boy, Wizard. What time frame was? I look at the 1 year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart, the seasonality chart. Let's keep on going. Vlad. 0.03, yeah, no thanks. I hear you there, redneck. Rude dude, what's happening? Conservative, that's a no. What the hell were you thinking? Yeah, absolutely. DJT, please, since we're dealing with no's. Okay, if we're dealing with no's, constant pepper, you know I'm going to say no to DJT. Why are we even bothering with it? But wait, it gets worse. Yes, it does. Now, see, DJT, I like the idea of it. However, it doesn't pay dividends, okay? And if it does, it doesn't pay 20 years worth of dividends, so it's going to be a no. I don't care how wonderful they are. What if the stock keeps going down? Wait till it goes back up and sell? Keep selling premiums? Sean, it's always a numbers thing. And you're missing rule number one. Rule number one never, ever, ever changes. Okay? Never buy something you do not want to hold long term. Okay? If you do not like Micron, if you do not want to buy and hold it for the rest of your days above ground, don't buy it. It's actually that simple. There are certain stocks I would buy in a heartbeat and never sell them. Rule number one, don't lose money. That's a good one there, Luke. Yeah, never buy something you don't understand. If you don't understand Micron technology, don't buy it. If you don't want to own it for the rest of your life, don't buy it. It's actually that simple. Buy it as if you're going to hold on to it for the rest of your life. And then, if you sell a covered call against it and you get a profit, take it. It's actually that simple. If you're going to make a profit, take it. Because the funny thing about profits, nobody ever went broke taking profits. It's amazing. It is such a revelational thought. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. Okay? So, if the stock goes down and you like the company, don't sell it. Keep selling covered calls. Have some cash flow coming in. Now, last year, I bought, let's pull it up, see if it's even here still. Hold on. Yep, there it is right there. Well, you can't really see all of it. But, you see right here, where target's way down here? Well, what you're not seeing was target was way up here at 135. I bought it at 135 last year. It dropped to 102. As it's dropping to 102, I'm slowly selling. From 135, I sold the 132s, I sold the 131s, I sold the 128s, I sold the 126s, I sold the 125. I took that sucker all the way down to 102. And then she went back up again, and I was able to sell it at 135 again. Can you explain? Question. Can you explain what's it like as a $100 Patreon member? Yeah, CJ, $100 Patreon member, you get emailed a list. Actually, after this tonight, I send to all the patrons, okay, in that particular level, a list of all the stocks that I am personally looking at tomorrow. Usually, now, Friday nights and Saturday nights, usually I go through this list here. Okay? Usually I go through this list here. Because you're going to hear me saying, ooh, I like that. I'm going to wait another week or so before I buy that one. So, this is the ones for this week coming up. These are the ones for a week. And the ones here are for 2 weeks or 3 weeks out. So when I say, oh, I like that one, but I'm not going to look at it for another 2 or 3 weeks because, like here we go. Watch this. You'll see this. Okay? Do you see this right here? Look at that movement. Great. Awesome. I like the company, but I want to give it 2 weeks for it to drop before I look at it again. So I'll take that list and I'll write it down in my book to look at it 2 weeks from today. Because 2 weeks from today, they'll have all their profit taking and it'll be down here in a better position. I don't like buying at a high. I like the company, I like the numbers, but it's not the right time. Okay, so there's 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends for over 20 years. That's 2 decades. So if you have a company that has consistently been profitable for 2 decades, consistently, okay, not every once in a while, I mean year after year after year, companies that consistently increasing their dividends. You get the dividend kings, okay, that's 50 years, 5 decades of increased dividends. Now, think of this. 3M, 3M, 62 years of increased dividends. And this February, they decreased their dividends and they got tossed off of the Dividend Kings list. They won't be able to be a candidate for the Dividend Kings for another 50 years. That's freaking crazy. If I was CEO, I would have went to the whole board. I went to somewhere, somehow, and asked someone, hey, what can we do to not drop our dividends? If you drop your dividends, you get tossed off the list. It took 62 years of historical performance, of consistently being profitable. One lawsuit wiped them all off of the Dividend Kings list. Don't feel bad about them. The stock still went up. Okay, I still trade them. Just because the CEO was an idiot and decreased the dividends, I can't blame everybody else. All right, let's keep on going. What are we looking at? Questions. Shot lawful and continues to selling news constantly each week. Yep, I'm going through all these questions. This is a dividend show, folks. Cool beans. All right, what other questions do we have? Hell no, conservative. Yeah, Bitto. Now, see, asphalt restorations, don't get me wrong, we tried playing with Bitto earlier this year. We got it at 32 and we got it at 27. And the thing just kept on sinking. Now, the interesting thing, when you try to do the trading strategy we were with Bitto, yeah, it just wasn't worth our time and effort. Applied Materials, AMAT. Okay, I'll write it down. We probably won't get it to tonight because it's 10:15, and I got a whole bunch to look at. Okay, so as soon as you guys are done with the questions, we can actually start looking at some stocks on this list. Almost done. Thoughts on Nike? Ooh, I like Nike. NKE. T. AT&T. Cool beans. Would T be suitable stock for this strategy? iSky. Well, how are you doing, iSky? Let's put it in there and take a look at it. I'm going to say no because usually, ooh, look at that. Okay, first thing, iSky, first thing I want to see. Where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And what direction? Okay, beautiful. Look at that nice direction. But look, here's the high here, and it pulled back. I love a pullback after a high because that tells me it's going up. But you have a little bit of profit taking. Once the profit taking is done, it's going to turn around and go back up again. Usually. It's not guaranteed, but usually. So let's take a look at the numbers. Right now, it's at 21.35. The closest strike price to the 21.35 is going to be the 21.50. The 21.50 is going for 13 cents. That's not 1%. So as much as I like the stock, as much as it looks good, it's going to be a no. Because at 13 cents a share, that's not 1%. I like trades that are 1% per week. 1% per week gives me 50% per year. 50% per year allows me not to have to go back to work. And that makes me a happy camper. All right, hold on. If I already own 100 shares of NEE, could I sell an option contract? Yes, you could. And your goal of 1% a week, 1% of the option contract, that is your trade. Yes, that is correct. CJ, that was caught on quick. How do you know when it will break through resistance? You don't. Okay, Speedy Bug. I don't like to break through resistance. I don't. See, let's take a look at here, AT&T. Okay, what does that look like to you? Let's zoom in. Okay, she goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back, goes up, gaps down, pulls back. Look, now she's going up again. Okay, this is the high of the year right here. I don't like playing around the high of the year because then you're asking to go someplace the stock has never been before. It's kind of like being an explorer. Well, a lot of explorers die. No, thank you. Now, see, down here, where she came off of this, okay, that's the high of the year. You got your profit taken. Well, look, here's the bottom. 1-2 days up, and then you take the ride. Pulls back, 2 days up, you take the ride. Okay? I like a high, pull back off of the high, and when she turns around, I wouldn't buy it here. I'd go for the next 2 days. That way it isolates the bottom and show you when it's turning around. But the numbers on AT&T just don't work. Energy transfer. Oh, burn. Uh-oh, I missed a whole bunch. Why does this thing keep missing some? Okay, Bitos, no. Okay, Haas and Pfeffer wants to take a look at Halliburton. Yeah, I actually own some Halliburton. Ooh, I like that move. That's cool. I like the chart. Interesting. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Look, down, up, down, up. Cool. I like it. Okay, $31. Well, the closest strike price, the closest option is the 31. And the 31 is going for 44 cents. That's well over 1.5%. Great. Let's take a look at the chart. Because the numbers work, now is the chart going to tell me it's the right time to buy? Well, a year ago was the high, 43.84. Dropped, retraced, drop, retrace. Good. The bottom right here. Oops, I hate it when it does that. Okay, so this is a little uncomfortable, but not totally. Uh-oh, got a big question here, CJ. Sometimes the contract will sell, and I might have to sell 100 shares of me with your process. What is a conservative percent that happens? In other words, how often do you sell the shares? I would love to sell my shares every week. Okay, 100% honest, it doesn't happen all the time. I love to buy on a Monday and be out by a Friday. I would love to. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes I have to carry it for a week or 2 or 3. The longest I ever had to carry a stock is 9 months, and that was Kimberly Clark last year. I had to carry it for 9 months. But in that 9-month period, I collected 3 dividends and over 30 premiums. And if the premium is 1% every week or close to 1% every week, that's a nice return. Okay, so I bought it. She went down, turned around, came back up, and then I was able to sell. Never buy something you do not want to hold on to. Buy it as if you're going to hold on to it. If you like Halliburton, buy it and hold on to it. If you can sell it for a profit, more power to you. Because Halliburton has a dividend every 90 days, every quarter. January, February, March, quarter 1. April, May, June, quarter 2. July, August, September, quarter 3. October, November, December, quarter 4. Every stock that I trade has a dividend every 90 days. So if you go back and watch some of my YouTubes, okay, because this live here is being recorded on YouTube. So you can actually go to YouTube and re-watch this thing all over again. Okay, your process makes sense. I like this. Cool beans. So here's the thing. Let's say I like Halliburton. Great. Halliburton has a dividend once every 90 days. So if the stock goes up just before the dividend, I buy it just before the dividend, get my 1%, great. Well, now what do I do for the rest of the quarter? Because there's 13 weeks in a quarter, 66 trading days. So how many trades can you make buying it one day, getting your 1%, and then being out to do it again? Okay, so let's go back to one of my earlier videos, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, by the way, this is the 10-minute trader. Anytime you see one of my videos, hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-minute trader. Okay, the 10-minute trader. Slide it all the way down, view more. This will actually show you all the trades that I've done. What else is it going to show you? Well, here's all these little thingies. Those are my website. How did you learn this? Did someone teach you? No, CJ, I told you. Okay, I created this trading strategy for my 9-year-old daughter. Okay, I've been trading for 20 years. The first 5 wasn't the greatest in the world. My daughter jumped up my lap when she was 9 years old in 2008 and said, Daddy, can you please teach me what you're doing? So here was the challenge. For a 9-year-old little girl, it had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. Hold that thought for 1 second, and I'll introduce you to the young lady. We're going to go over to YouTube. Now, I have YouTube videos all the way back to 2011. Holy cow, the oldest. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Tracy, and as you being part of my internet website called ThinkTech, which my dad doesn't like me on that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting more listings of stocks that you can choose from that help you invest right now.
20 days in the month of January. So 20 days in February. There's 21 days in the month of March. What does that mean? That means every single day you're buying different stocks. Every single day there's a different company paying out dividends.
Yep, I laugh my ass off every time I see that. How else? How else are you going to keep a 9-year-old interested? You had to make it fun. You had to make it interesting. But what you saw behind me, hold on, open it up again. What you see behind me is a whiteboard with a list of all the stocks that were having dividends, because that's what we were looking for. We were looking at stocks that were paying the dividends because we knew just before the dividend was paid, the stock went up in value. So by knowing when a stock is going to move, well, that's kind of like the keys to the kingdom. Sneaking in the back door. Well, the stock's going to go up. Great. Let me buy it. Let me sell a covered call against it. Let me catch 1% and then be out. And then it freaking worked. And it worked consistently. So I've been doing this strategy ever since. And it's been very effective. I average over 50% every single year. Anyway, let's keep on going. We just did Halliburton. Let's take a look. What does Halliburton usually do this time of year? Okay, well, here's the chart. The blue represents this year. See it coming down? Well, what does Halliburton usually do? Well, it usually goes down this time of year. Okay, you really can't miss that up for anything else. Look. Okay, here we are. Right there. So it looks like she'll go sideways for a couple of weeks, for about a month, and then in mid-November, see the date down here? Right around November 11th, which is right here. So slowly start descend by the end of the year. Now that's historical performance. It's not guaranteed. It's just, oh, what did it do last year, the year before, the year before, the year before, so on and so forth. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Okay. Can climb from 1% on the percentage of your portfolio you risk. Well, interesting question. Yeah. Now, when you're investing, you decide how much you want to invest. Now, there are some people who say, well, you got to leave some cash available. Well, for what? If your money is in your investment account, it should be invested. If you have money set aside, well, it shouldn't be set aside in your investment fund. That makes sense? Okay, 98% of all my funds are invested at all times. Because what else am I going to do with it? Just sit there and stare at it? No. I'm 60 years old. I have no desire to stare at money that's not doing anything. Okay, Ace Profits, blah, blah. Baltimore, where can we see your morning trading? In the morning trading group. Or, it's a good question. Where else can you see it? Here it is. Here's all the trades I've done so far this year. Okay, this is the week of the 26th. Intel, Macy's, Marathon, Dell, Walgreens, MPW, Riot. Okay, that's that week. Week number 31. Win, Kohl's, Walgreens, MPW, Win, Bitto, Bitto and Kohl's. That's the week of 7/29, 7/30. They're all there. Every single one of my trades so far this year. Going all the way back to January 2nd. Right there, January 2nd. Macy's, General Motors, Ford, CVS. Okay? January 2nd. That's the first week of the year. Okay? First week of the year. 2.1%. This account over here. CVS, General Motors, Southwest Airlines, Comcast, and Ford. Well, week number 1 in this account was 2.99%. Okay, week number 2, 2.43, 1.3. What do we have here? Lowe's, Comcast, Ford, General Motors. Over here, we had Macy's, Ford, General Motors, Clorox, Lowe's, Ford. All my trades. You want to see what I trade? Right there on the website for all to see. You think that's good? Wait to see here. Go a little bit lower and look at that. Starting date. This is my very first post on my blog in August of 2011. Okay, 2011. Here's my trades right here, 9.75% per month. That was freaking good. 2012, 8.7% per month. 2013, 3.3%. Here's all the trades. Oops. Here's right here, March 23, 2013. RCII, Rent-A-Center, 1 year chart, 90-day chart, 30-day chart, and then it gives you a little bit of description of what it's doing. This is a video on YouTube. The 10-minute trade drop, 11 years ago. Look at how many views I got. 83. People weren't interested in making weekly cash flow back then. But all my trades are here for all to see. So you want to see my morning trades? There you go, right there. Paramount, Macy's, JD, Albemarle, Macy's. AEO, Macy's, AT&T, Albemarle, JD, and Bitto. They're all there. I don't hide anything. I have 6 accounts. I share 3 of them with you guys. Okay, let's go back to here, and let's get out of here, and let's pick on something new because we played more than enough time on Halliburton. Do you get 1% a week from the entire portfolio or percentage of the portfolio? Kevin, awesome question. I get over 1% a week on everything I have invested, which is 98% of my funds. 98% of all my funds in each account is invested. Why would I keep money in my trading account for no reason whatsoever? I don't do that. That's not the game that I play. So I've been doing this long enough, I don't find it to be risky. I don't find there to be any risk whatsoever for me to invest in Halliburton. I know who Halliburton is. I know what they do. I know what they've done. I have no problem buying Halliburton and holding on to them. Opinion on REITs. Some REITs I do trade. Like MPW, I trade that one. Not all of them, because not all of them make sense. Haas and Pfeffer, some folks do better in an institutional setting than others. You're absolutely 100% correct. Some people have no concept whatsoever about money, and they just put it anywhere. Like, here, you do it, and give me what you think is right. You have no idea how many people I hear from that do that. Anytime anybody says SCHD, VOO, QQQ, SPY, I said, they absolutely no clue whatsoever. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you are happy with what you're doing, regardless of what returns you're getting, or regardless of what returns you could be getting, if you're okay with what you're doing, fine, do it. I don't try to convince anybody to do anything. Okay, there's a lot of people who call me and say, James, what do you think? What do you think? I think it's best you don't pay for my services because you're not ready. Keep going to the live shows. They're free. Ask as many questions as you want. No cost whatsoever. Why would you pay money for something you can get for free? Well, I'll tell you the reason. Because you get to see exactly what I'm doing. And then you get to ask me questions as I'm doing it. Okay? Anyway, let's keep on going. Freeport, FCX. Now, FCX, what the heck is FCX? That's the second time somebody said that. FCX, Fremont McMoran. Okay. Let's go here. FCX. Now, I like to go to YouTube as a cross-reference because certain stocks I just don't know and I just don't trade. I don't think I've ever bought FCX. Well, why does Haas and Pfeffer want me to take a look at FCX? Well, let's take a look. Oh, earnings, target, bum, 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 bum. Doesn't give me any kind of rate of return. Oh, different rate. Why are you shitting me? Come on, Haas and Pfeffer, you've been here long enough. Forward dividend and yield, 1.2%. Are you shitting me? Hold on a second. Let's go up historical data. Historical data will give me the numbers. Okay? If you look closely, okay, the dates, the open, the high, the low, the close, the adjusted, the volume. Any number you can think of is going to be available. So let's take a look at what kind of dividends they're paying and how consistent they are with their increases. All right, it's a no already, I can tell. Now, they've been paying since 1995. Well, let's take a look at some of the numbers. 1995, 11 cents. 96, 6 cents. What the hell? They just decreased the dividend by 50%. Imagine that. You're getting $1,000 a month from your dividends as a dividend stock. Next month, you get $500. Explain how you're okay with that. All right. So it went from 11 to 6 to 11. 96, 97, still at 11. What the? 3? You go from, yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever. 3 to 5 to 10 to 13, that makes sense. 25 to 13 backwards. 25, 13 backwards. 25, 26, 25, 16, 38, 16. Hell no, I'm not even going to bother with this one. Seriously, Haas and Pfeffer, did you even check these numbers? Why would you invest in something that has numbers like this? You've been here long enough. I've seen your name come up over and over again, and you do ask lots of questions. So my question to you is, what the hell are you thinking looking at something like this? Okay, you should be looking at something like this. Hold on. This is what you should be looking at. Look, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 16, 20, 23, 28, 31, 36, 39, 42, 46, 51, 56, 62, 68, 75. Consistently increasing year over year over year. Why the hell would you look at anything that doesn't increase consistently? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Down to fill the gap from earnings could be BYRN. Why are we looking at BYRN? I've never heard of it. BYRN. Monthly figures. Hell no. I don't do monthlies. Who came up with this one? Okay, user 20, 28, 62, 75. Hut. Energy transfer. Ooh, I like energy transfer. It's going to be a no this week. Sorry. I do like energy transfer. Don't get me wrong. But look. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Great. I'll wait for the next down. And this is the part where you guys should have pencil and piece of paper, because you may like Abbott Labs. Yeah, I like Abbott Labs. Okay. Now, when I say I like this, but I want to wait 2 weeks because I want it to come back down again. So I want to take a look at this thing next week. So I get my own pad of paper out and I write next week, ET. But what you guys keep forgetting is I have all these that I wrote down to take a look at this week. But you guys keep bombarding me with all these other stocks. I haven't gotten around to the list that looks good for this week. So the people in the morning trading group get to see the list for this week. That's why you should be writing this stuff down. All right, so let's go in. Okay, ZVBO, we can't see that. I have no idea what you can't see. I bought my first stock last week. Better last than never. Miss Bella Boo, how are you? Haas and Pfeffer, Halliburton, when you get a chance. Yeah, I've seen that one. UPST. Albert! Are the option chains accurate on the weekends, or does it change a lot? The market opens on Monday. Absolutely, Albert. But they're pretty accurate, okay? So if you take a look at the bid and the ask, okay? The last trade was 1652, okay? The bid, 1653. The ask, 1655. Both of those are higher than the last trade. So on Monday, the stock price is going to be pushed up by the market maker. That's a little clue he leaves on Friday. Okay? But these numbers here, as soon as the market opens, they're going to change. But take a look at the premiums for energy transfer. 1655 to 1650s are going for 13 to 16. Not quite there yet. But look, 1 strikeout, 2 strikes out, 3 strikes out, zeros. Hell no. Not enough interest. Okay, I like option premiums that have some value, 2 to 3 strikes out. This has none. Yeah. So Energy Transfer is going to be a no for next week. Sorry. UPST. Why are we looking at UPST? Somebody know something that I don't know? Upstart. Upstart. Wait a second. Hold on. UPST. Oh boy. There are no dividends in the selected time period. So who said that? Raw Kinetics. Yeah, hell no. Miss Bellaboo, late. I'm sorry that you're late, kiddo. That's something you and your doctor have to talk about. Ooh, that's a terrible thing to say. I'm sorry about that. Hey, Les McGowan. Maybe you should put your browser in dark mode. Camera could see it better if the colors were inverted. Well, don't get me wrong here. I'm all for making a better experience for everyone. But you're acting as if I know how to do that. Okay? There's a reason why I write stuff down. Okay? You know, somebody showed me how to take an old phone and you know, upload a software and then hit the play button and go. Yeah, that part's easy. You want me to figure out the computer? Yeah, sorry. It's a little bit beyond me. That's why I need a little bit of help. I get one of my kids going to come up and help. Okay, F-holes. PASS. Plains All American? PAS. Plain. Wait a minute. Pan American Silver. Really? I've never heard of that. Pan American Silver. PAAS. Yeah, I'm going to say no to this one also. Here's my reasoning. 2010, 3 cents. 2011, 3 cents. 4 cents, 5 cents, 13. 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 12, 11, 10. Yeah, all over the place. No consistency whatsoever. Okay, sorry. PM, that's Philip Morris. PM, dark mode. I don't even know how to do dark mode. 24, 23, 22, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, alright, 2008. Alright, 46, 54, 58, 64, 77, 84. Uh-oh. 2012, they cut dividends from 85 cents to 4 to 9. Then back up to 85, 94, a buck, 102, 104, 107, 114, 120, 25. Okay, so Philip Morris is not bad with the dividend increases. Let's see what the chart looks like. Interesting. I like that. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Look at it. The high's here. She pulled back and then she retraced. That's what I like. Okay, so let's take a look. My bad. ET dividend is now 7.5%. Still good. Yeah, but all right. User 2028627. I'm going to call you Frank. All right, Frank. Energy Transfer. Awesome. Interesting company. However, look at the premiums on the dividends. If you're not exactly right, the premiums suck after the stock goes down. 1 strike, 2 strikes out of the money, it's not even worth doing. There are other companies that have a better return. Not saying anything bad about Energy Transfer, but if you're not right, okay, and you're going to be wrong half the time. You're going to buy something, it's going to go up. You're going to buy something, it's going to go down. They only go 3 ways, up, down, or sideways. Okay, you're going to buy a stock, and that's exactly what it's going to do. So if you're going to buy a stock and it's going to go down, well, you want some kind of cash flow coming in. ET doesn't really offer that. Sorry, let's look at Philip Morris. Okay, so 120. The 120 is going for $1.10 to a 125. You might get you 1% out of that. The 110 to 125. You might get you 120 out of it. Okay. That being said, let's look at the chart. A year ago, we're sitting at 91.51. We bottomed out middle of, oh, wait a second, no. The bottom was there, 1026, 87.14. Way out here, that's all a year ago. just kind of went sideways. Oh, look at it. Channeling. Look at this. Stayed right between there, between 87 and 95 for, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. 8 months just went sideways. Oh, I wish I was buying it then. But no. Then she shoots up, pulls back. This is what we want to see right there. Here's our high right here. The high of the year was in September 9th. Okay, and the high on September 9th was, hold still, come on. There we go. The high, 128.22. She drops, retraces, drops, retraces. Now she's in an upturn. Here's the bottom right here, 30-day bottom. That was 117.53. Now she's going up. Great. Well, what does it normally do this time of year? So normally this time of year, flatline. Great. That's great for covered calls and spreads. If you like Philip Morris. So there's a couple of questions. Do I like Philip Morris? Do I like Philip Morris at this price right now? Okay, there's your high. There's your low. Now she's coming up. That's a nice question. La 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 la. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. Raw Kings, I like that one. Was seasonality a yes or no for MU? It's a good question. MU. MU does look good. Seasonality for MU. Yeah, that's definitely to the upside. Look. Yeah, she's going to be flat all this week, all next week, and then she's going to start going up. That's historical performance. It's not guaranteed. Okay? It's just what it did in the last 10 years on average. It gives you a good idea. It's kind of like driving in a car. Okay, you're driving forward, what you see in the windshield. Okay, you see everything in front of you, and then right here is the rear view mirror. That's where you've been. That's historical performance. That little view, you get the big windshield, that's where you're driving, but this is where you've been. Okay, all it is gives you an idea of what did it used to do. Why not look at doing some option calls? Kevin, when talking about my, Hammer Sophia, I've gone broke waiting on profits to continue to grow and then evaporate. Terribly sorry, kiddo. I don't do that. Why not look at doing some option calls when talking about my whatever? Okay, Kevin, 80% of all options expire worthless. Why would I want to be an option buyer? 20% of all options actually make money. Why would I want to be on the 20% side? I prefer to be on the 80% side. Fine. How do I capitalize being on the 80% side? Have all the odds and probabilities in my favor. Coach, JV, fall cake, thank you. Andrea, hi James, did you look at WBA? Yes, Andrea, we already did look at WBA. Miss Bellaboo, is it closed tomorrow for a holiday? I don't know. Does anybody know if the market's open tomorrow? What is the holiday? Is there a holiday tomorrow? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's find out. 13th Monday. October 14th. What the hell is October 14th? Big One Cash. Columbus Day, I believe. Yeah, but is the stock market open? Didn't answer the question. Columbus Day 24 is in Police Day. The Columbus Day also celebrated in just what the fuck? Why do they have to complicate shit? Tomorrow, Monday, most banks in the U.S. and U.S. Postal Service are closed. Didn't answer the question. Here we go. Our stock markets opened on Monday for Columbus Day. New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ will operate normal hours. So there's your answer. Apparently, stock market will be open tomorrow. All right. So let's keep on keeping on. What do we have next? Mike, can you tell me some information on Albemarle? ALB. ALB. Okay, first thing I always want to see, high, a low, where was it, where is it, what direction, down, sideways, down, up. 102.23, the 102s are going for 280, that's 2%. The 103s, that's 2%. The 104s, that's over 1. Now, see what I mean about the premiums, the option premiums? Remember on ET, one strike out of the money was at 0? Well, look at this one. One strike out of the money, that's 2%. Two strikes out of the money, that's over 1%. Three strikes out of the money, over 1%. Four strikes out of the money, over 1%. Five strikes out of the money, still a nice premium. Okay, so I prefer ALB over Energy Transfer any day of the week. All right, so high, low, let's take a look. It kind of looks interesting. I want to see this right here. We do have our 1%. We actually have a 2% trade on Albemarle. What does it normally do this time of year? Here we are right here. Look at that. You can't mistake that for anything else. Here we are right now. So by looking at seasonality, look, here we are here. She's going to dip a little bit this week. See? This is next Friday right here. And then she's going to shoot up nicely. Now that's historical performance. That's last year, the year after, the year before, the year before. JD the man, go up to your profile and drop down and switch to dark mode. You make it sound like I know what that is. Okay, see, the funny thing is, I used to know what that was, but now they updated my browser. So I have no idea where anything is nowadays. I have a hard enough time finding my calculator and my snipping tool. And no, I don't know where dark mode is, so I will have to have my children come up. Isn't that funny? I have to have my children come up and show me how to do it. All right, it's open. Yep, we got that one open tomorrow. Albert, it already in dark mode. Light mode will make the chart background white. Yeah, no thanks. All right, don't. Mike, open tomorrow. Thank you. Comment, got it. Info on BlackRock and BLKUS. Hell no, Mike. Aren't they the devil? BlackRock. BLK. Yeah, hell no. A couple of reasons. Reason number one, can't stand BlackRock. They suck. But $990 a share. What is it about me that makes you think I can afford 100 shares at $990 a share? That's $100,000 just for one contract. Yeah, no thank you. Okay? And look, it's at the high of the year. Double hell no. Well, let's see if it gets worse. BLK. Okay, so they've been paying dividends since 2003. 20, 25, 30, 42, 67, 78, 138, 150, 168, 193, 218, 250. Okay, consistently increasing. Awesome. Cool. But it's out of my price range. Terribly sorry. If you like BlackRock, more power to you. $990 a share. And what didn't I forget? summary. I forgot to look at the summary. Okay, hold on, I've got a question here, Adam. When you look up their dividends, is that on Yahoo Finance? Yes, Adam, it is. So let's take a look at BlackRock's dividends. So they have dividends, and the dividends have been increasing every single year. Well, that's great. But let's take a look at the yield. What is the yield? The yield, basically, when you put money in, how much of a rate of return do they give you? Well, it's kind of like a CD, where you put, let's say you put 50 grand into a CD and they pay you a 1% yield. Well, that kind of sucks. But look what BlackRock is giving. 2%. You could put your money in federal T-bills and get 5%. Why the hell would you put money into BlackRock and get 2%? I don't care if their fingers are in all the pies in the world. I don't care if they're only giving 2%. That's a hell no for me. Sorry. So it's no for BlackRock. Sorry, Mike. It's tomorrow. No bond, Columbus Day. It's a bank holiday in England. Just the bank's closed. Well, I guess I'm not going to the bank tomorrow then, am I? Peace, yes. It's Thanksgiving in Canada. So holiday here, closed. Okay. Cool. That's it? Holy shit, that's all the questions. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, you guys threw in some more. Here we go. JEPQ. Oh, hell no. So Sin wants to look at JEPQ. That's going to be a hell no. Don't even want to waste my time with it. DVA, HOG. That's Harley Davidson. HOG. Nice. It's bouncing off that bottom right there. Cool beans. Current price is 35. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction? Down. Where is it? Up, down, up, down. It's bouncing right here. That's what I like to see right there. It's not at the high, not at the low, somewhere in between. Bouncing off of a 30-day bottom. Cool. 35 bucks, 35 bucks, 50 cents. Hell yeah. I haven't traded Harley Davidson in a long time. So let's take a look. A year ago, Harley's at $29.89, bottomed out the end of October of last year. Okay? Then she shoots up a couple of months later. There's our high right there. We have a double high at 44.13, and that was in the end of March. The end of March, then she drops like a rock to July. What the hell's going on there? Don't know, don't care. Okay? So, there's a bottom here, 90-day bottom. Check out the 90-day bottom right there in July. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? It's like a freaking seesaw. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. Well, great. How can we take advantage of it? Look what she's doing right here. Here's your bottom here. It's going to the upside. That's where I want to jump in. Let's look at the last 30 days right there. Okay, 30 days. What a beautiful chart. Hold on a second. New Life Gold. Trade Harley. All right, here we go. 36.50 jumps up to 40. Back down, back up, back down. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 days. 4 days to the upside. Awesome. A lot of space. Look at the space between the bottom right here and the high up here. Look at all that potential right there. That looks freaking awesome. And what is the premium on the 35? The 35 is 50 cents. Let's get the calculator. Hell, let's do a trade right now. Let's go. Let's get rid of this. Let's open this up. Whoops, not that one. This one right here. Covered call, like that. Now we like the 35. The 35 is right there. Okay, let's do 100 shares so you can get numbers. Okay. Market price. I like the market price. Here we go. Here we go. Buy one covered HOG 100s. Those are the weeklies. 18 October 24. That's this coming Friday. Okay, the $35 call against the HOG, which is Harley Davidson. At the market to open. We already know that. Here's my break even, 34.23. Well, it's currently at 35. Okay, $77, and it's cost me $3,400. Let's see what the rate of return that is. $77 divided by 34.23 gives me a grand total of 2.25. Oh, hell yeah, I'm going to do that one tomorrow. All right, so we get MU and HOG for tomorrow. That's me. That's not a tip. That is not a tip. That is the new. That's just what I'm doing. Okay. When you roll from one week to another, you are making a bit of a loss. Is that correct? No, that is not correct. Techno Nerd. Let's see if I can do one right here. Okay, let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. Whoops. Single. Let's get out of this. Let's go here. Let's take Abelmal and let's roll Abelmal forward. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm actually creating a rolling trade. So I show you how it works. Adam, when I sell my single from last week covered call, it's called sell to close. Yeah. Okay, so Techno Nerd, you ready for this? Here's the trade. Oh, that's the Holly Davidson trade I just did. Here it is right here. So 5 calendars. Okay, let me do that, and I'll explain it to you as we progress. So, what's actually happening here, okay, I have 5 contracts out. So, I am buying back October 24, okay, 25 October, that's the 25th October, is that 2 weeks out? And I'm selling the November 1st at the 81. Well, right now, it's a loss of 20 cents. Well, I'm not going to do that at a loss because I don't like doing for a loss. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to sell it to the 8th, 1 week out. There you go. So the further out you go, all right, so rather than going out 1 week, I had to pay it. That means I'd lose money. No, if I go out 2 weeks, I'm actually making money. If I go out 3 weeks or 5 weeks, well, look, now I'm getting 87 cents a share. The further I go out, whoops, it's not traded. That's too far out. Okay, the further you go out, the numbers change. So what happens is you're buying back. I know I can do that. I'm buying back the one that's going to expire this week, and I'll sell one next week, and I'll take a look at the numbers, because it's always going to be about the numbers. What is it costing me? What am I making? Am I having a profit? Am I having a loss? It's always about the numbers. If the numbers don't work, don't do the trade. It's that simple. Remember, you're buying only stocks you want to hold on to. Sin, I already said JEPQ's a no. Technical, not necessarily. I missed that one. All right, Dell. Flipper wants to take a look at Dell. I like Dell. Dell is another one. Now take a look at the premiums on Abelmal. The premiums are excellent. Okay, 2A 3219. Yeah, dude. No, I don't know you, so let's cut that one. All right. Take a look at the premiums. The premiums are great. I like trading this because there's good premiums. Stuff like ET, Energy Transfer, the premiums aren't that great. It's going to be a no. Blackstone. Right, let's keep on going. What about Blackstone? Okay, you have to tell me what the ticker symbol is for Blackstone, because I don't trade it. Here's Dell. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction? Up, down, up. Cool beans. It's going to be a no because it's at a 30-day high. All right, 127.70. The 128s are going for 250. That's almost 2%. And look at the premiums. Okay, one strike out, 2%. 2 strikes out, over 1. 3 strikes out, over 1. 4 strikes out, almost 1. 5 strikes out, okay. The further out you go, I like to see a nice number. So I like the premiums on Dell. But Dell is going to be a no only because it's at a 30-day high. Okay, so I will look at Dell again in 2 weeks. So this is that little hint where you take your pad of paper and you write Dell 2 weeks from today. Dell. All right. Next, IBM. Nope. Take a look at IBM. Okay, too close to the high. See it? So IBM, again, 2 weeks out. Take a look at it in 2 weeks. IBM. Oh, it's already written down for 2 weeks. JP Morgan. JPM. Nope. Okay, 30-day bottom, 30 days ago. 30-day top, Friday. Yep. Nope. Sorry. JP Morgan, 2 weeks. JPM. Okay. Next, HAFN. What the heck is HAFN? Yeah, hell no. There's no options. Blackstone. Oh boy. Okay, Sin wants to take a look at JEPQ, and he wants to know why no on JEPQ. Oh boy, JEPQ. Okay, first and foremost, are you ready? JEPQ. You invest in JEPQ, you're getting a yield of 9.26%. That's better than some of the crap I've seen. But let's take a look at how well they pay their dividends. Okay. We want to see all the dividends on JEPQ. Well, there you go, right there. Look at this. The first dividend they paid was 2022. So apparently, JEPQ has 2 years of dividends. And you think that's a good thing? Okay, you can do anything you want with your money. Seriously, you can. I really honestly don't care what you do with your money. But I'm not going to invest my money in a company that only has 2 years worth of dividends, which means 2 years worth of profits, which means they haven't even gotten past the first hump yet. The first hump is 3 years. Okay, 80% of all companies don't make it to 3 years. Okay, 1 in 1,000 make it to 10 years. Why the hell am I looking at a company that only has 2 years? No. So, and I'm sorry if you don't like the answer. No. Okay, you're asking my opinion. My opinion is no. And the reason why it's no, they have 2 years of dividend history. That's it. That's all they got. And their ROI, 9%, yeah, no thanks. Second Coming, good evening, sir. JD the Man, Marathon, M-A-R-A. Now, I actually own some Marathon. Okay, first thing I always want to see, the high, the low, where was it, where is it, what's she doing? She goes up, pulls back, and goes sideways. Okay, cool. Currently, it's at 16.05. The 16s are going for 74 cents. Hell yeah. I like that number. But just because I like the number, is it the right time to buy? Well, look at the chart. Let's zoom on in. Now, I already own some Marathon. So a year ago was the bottom of the year, 761. 761, she jumps up to 34. And she's been going sideways for the last couple of weeks. Here we go. 30 days ago, 16. She drops down to 15, shoots up to 18, drops down to 13, back up to 1675, down to 15. Now she's going back up again. Down, up, down, up, down, up. There you go. What does Marathon usually do this time of year? Well, usually this time of year, Now, look at that. Now, apparently, you can't mistake this for anything else. Look, for the next week and a half, she's going to go sideways. Then she's going to shoot up, a little pullback, and then just shoot up again. I have no problem whatsoever taking Marathon in this time of the year. But here's the thing. I don't want to own it all the time. I want to buy it, grab a 1% little profit off of it, sell it, and then buy it again. Who do we get over here? Love to hate me. Okay. And Dennis, thanks for coming back, Dennis. I've seen you here a couple of times. Welcome back. Blackstone. Okay, Mike, I asked you to tell me what Blackstone ticker symbol is, because I don't take Blackstone. I was going there, Mr. Dennis. Okay, we did that one already. IBM, JP Morgan, we looked at that one. HAF, what the heck is F? Oh, HAFN, we already looked at that. No, Blackstone, why no? Why not though? Okay, Sin, I already told you why no. Okay, 2 years of dividends, hell no. Blackstone and BlackRock is because Black Mountain is going to reopen their mining in their mine. Yeah, okay, I get that, Mike. Okay. Dennis, I'm doing awesome. Thank you very much. We just got through the hurricane crap. We just got our electricity on at 6:30. 6:30 tonight. We're getting ready to pack up all the stuff and go to the church because the church has electric and internet. But they turned on the electricity and the internet at 6:30. So we're back in business. So you'll be seeing me every night and every morning. Okay. All right, Mike, I get that. So, Bo, you want to look at Siri. Ooh, I think I have some Siri. Siri. S-I-R-I. Nice little bounce on Siri, I see. Okay, first thing, always want to see the high and the low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction? Up, down, up, down. Now she's bouncing off the bottom right here. The last 30 days. That's my favorite. My favorite is the last 30 days because you ain't going to get any lower than the low of the year. And the low of the year was just a couple of days ago. Okay? Remember that old adage, buy low, sell high? Well, you can't get any lower than she was a couple of days ago. Now she's going to the upside. Oh, fine. Let's see what it looks like. 25.25. The 25s are going for 44. Okay. The 25.50s, 27. Both of those are over 1%. Great. So, a year ago, we're at 47. We topped off at 57.80. Drop down, back up. Last 30 days. Here we go. Last 30 days. Check that out. Down, up, down, up, down, up. How can you go wrong there? Did you say Siri? Laura, how are you this evening? And thank you. Laura, that's the first time you ever made a comment. And yes, I did say Siri. S-I-R-I. Siri. Now, what does Siri looks really good. Look at it. 30 days ago, 25.50, dropped down to 23, back up to 26, back down, back up, back down. Here's the bottom right here. Was at 22, and then shooting up. Now we're at 24.90 something like that. But currently, 25.25 is the purchase price. Check this out. Last traded price, 24.93. Last traded price. Okay, the bid, 25.20. The ask, 25.25. Both of those are higher. Market maker's going to push that up higher tomorrow. Well, cool. I want to jump in, get my little percentage, and then move on out. So Siri, S-I-R-I. Cool beans. I might buy some Siri tomorrow. Might. I said might. So let's keep on going. Seasonality. What does Siri usually do this time of year? Well, that's pretty cool right there. Okay, here's where we are right here. Okay, sideways and then going to the upside. Well, I like that. Yeah, Mike, you and I can have a nice long conversation about BlackRock, Blackstone, and Black Mountain, North Carolina. Yeah, I don't trust those people as far as I can throw. Not the people that live there. I know, but why not even long term? Okay, Sin. Long term to me is definitely not the same as long term to you. Long term to me is 30 days. The longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. I have no desire to get married to a stock. None whatsoever. I buy it, Thank you very much for the profits. See you next time you have a dividend. Sin, he only does covered calls on dividend stocks 1% gold per week. 86, thank you for that. Congrats on getting over your cough. Actually, you'll see me drinking this. This is ginger tea with honey, and actually helping my cough. So you'll see me drinking ginger tea with honey because I don't know if you guys are watching, but in the last couple of months, it's something different to drink every night. I try all these natural remedies because I don't do pills. I don't. 60 years old, I take 0 medication. But ginger tea with honey, I'm good with that. Because it seems to be working. Uh-oh. Is that why? I'm just wondering, because it doesn't follow his way of investing. Sin, you asked me a question. Okay, I gave you an answer. I'm sorry you don't like the answer I gave you. But I look at a stock, it either meets my criteria or it doesn't. Now, from what I understand, it was JEPQ that you asked about. JEPQ, the dividends they've been paying only 2 years. 2 years worth of dividends. I don't invest in anything that doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends, or unless Warren Buffett is buying it. Now, if Warren Buffett starts buying it, that's a different story. Because I do buy what Warren Buffett buys, and I only buy them when their dividends are getting ready to be paid. So, two years, JEPQ, 2 years of dividends? No. Sorry. Fly Goofy, back again. I've seen you here before. X is US Steel. Ooh, check out the seasonality on US Steel. Love it. I want to see what the chart looks like. Interesting. Cool. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction? Nice. Currently at 36.61. 36.50s are going for 56. That's 1%. The 37. Yep. Check it out. High, low, was, is, blah, blah, blah. The 36.60 is the current price. And the 36.50s are going for 56. That's over 1%. The 37s are going for 46. That's over 1%. Even the 37.50s are going 17 to 46. You might get you 1% out of that. But look at the premiums way down here. They're still looking halfway decent. Okay, great. We saw what the seasonality looked like. What's the last 30 days? Nice. Look at the last 30 days on US Steel. Okay, 30 days ago we're at 35.50. Shoots up to 39.50, drops to 34, and back up, sideways and up. So that's to the upside. Okay, up, down, up. You really can't mistake it for anything else. And we already seen the seasonality. Look at the seasonality on this thing. This is crazy. Okay, here's where we are right here. See the little blue dot? Here's where we are. Nice upward trend. That's a hell yeah for me. So I'm going to write that one down. Wow. And we're at 11.19. So we're not even close to 200. So if it's 200 or over, I'll stay. But 200 or less, I'm out. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. Geez, I'm just asking why. I'm trying to learn before I do any investing. Okay, Sin. Awesome. I love the fact that you're here and you're asking questions. Okay, you asked me about JEPQ. I gave you my opinion on JEPQ. I'm terribly sorry you don't like my opinion. All right? I don't like companies that don't have 20 years of increased dividends. JEPQ, 2 years. That's it. Ask another question, you get another answer. But JEPQ is a no. Tesla, no. Tesla does not have dividends. No. Riley, I like Riley. Let's take a look at Riley. Riley, I actually own some Riley. R-I-L-Y. Ooh, okay, interesting. High and low, where was it? Where is it? What direction? Down, sideways, up, down, sideways, down, sideways. Okay, so we're right here in this area. I like the area here, but I want to see what it's going to do. Now, I heard some interesting news on Riley. Someone sent me some videos and some articles on Riley a few weeks ago. So I jumped in. Albert, Riley hanging on by a thread there, too scared of that. I get it. I thought the same thing, Albert, until someone somewhere. PS500 is good. Never heard of PS500, Laura. And if it's PS500, it's, okay, hold on a second. PS500, never heard of that before. PS500, what the heck is that? Or is it S&P 500? Oh, please tell me it's not the S&P 500. That's a hell no. Well, we're looking at Riley. CJ, hold on. What's CJ saying? You have to have an account balance equal to the contract. Yeah. And if the contract sells, you buy the stock at that price. Yeah. Then what do? Hold for a while? No. All right. I'm not 100% sure what we're talking about. Because when you say a contract, I equate that to an option, a stock option. And yeah, it has to be the equal amount of cash. And I'm not quite sure if you're talking about a cash secured put, because selling a cash secured put, you have to have the equal amount of cash in order to sell a put. And same thing with an option. To buy an option, you have to have the same amount of money equal to the option. But when you buy it, what do? Well, you wait for the time frame. Always have an exit plan before you buy anything. Never buy something without knowing certain things. Number one, what's your exit plan? And it's not just the exit plan. It's how long do you plan on holding it? How much down are you willing to go? How much up are you willing to go? What's your exit when it goes up? What's your exit if it goes down? How long do you want to hold it? Because options have an expiration date. I don't buy options because they have an expiration date. Okay, I buy a stock, no expiration whatsoever. I can hold on to it to the day I die. Okay, 20, 30 years from now, hopefully. Okay? But an option, yeah, it's going to expire. So I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about. All right. Riley, yeah, we're looking at Riley. Okay, we got a double top at 42.41. That was back last October. Look at the trading range. She goes from 11.14 all the way to 4.18. So 11, 6 months. 6 months going sideways. Cool. All right. So in the last 90 days, we had a high at 41.40. Had a little bit of a gap down here from 17 all the way down to 7. That's a $10 drop. Holy shit. From 17 down to 7. That's a $10 drop. And then she keeps floating down here. Now we're at a new bottom of the year. Friday is the bottom of the year. Now, I don't remember who it was that gave me the information, but it was compelling enough for me to take a look at it, and I actually own some Riley. So, 680, drop, 420. That's where we are now. Okay, what does Riley normally do? Not a whole heck of a lot. She can go sideways for the next couple of weeks and go up at the end of, towards the end of October. Alright, so where are we? Tesla's going to be a no. MRK, BX. What the heck is BX, Mike? Is that Blackstone? BX. Blackstone. Interesting. Blackstone. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Okay, up, channeling, up, pull back. Nice. I like this area right here. 152.98 to 152.50s, 355 to 155 to, okay. Cool. So all three of these will give you about 1%. Nice. Now, a year ago was the bottom at 88.59. She channeled for more than half the year. Topped off, what was that? The end of September. Okay, check that out. Nice. 30 days ago, 152, shoots up to 161, drops down to 147, 2 days to the upside. This is where we are right now. Okay, that is a nice movement. Okay, so what does Blackstone normally do this time of year? This time of year, nothing major, mostly sideways. Okay, one last thing I want to look at, because I'm not very familiar with Blackstone, is how are they with their dividends? How consistent are they? BX. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, better. Okay, so Blackstone goes all the way to 2007. So let's take a look at the numbers. 2007, 30 cents. 2008, 30 cents. 2009, 30 cents. 2010, 10 cents. They decreased it by 60%. They better make up something pretty damn quick, because I'm already unhappy. 2011, 32. 2011, 10, 22, 10, 42, 30, 23, 58, 35, 55, 44, 78, 80, 89, 74, 49, 28, 30, oh hell no. It's no consistency there whatsoever. When I say I like consistent increases, there's no consistency here whatsoever. I'm sorry, dude, I like the chart. Mike, I did. The chart looked great, the seasonality looked great. But look at the dividends. Someone's not doing something right. Imagine going from 89, okay, so let's say hypothetically speaking, okay, let's put, I put in 100 grand, right, and I get $890. Okay? 3 months later, I'm getting $280. Explain to me how $890 getting cut down to $280 and I'm supposed to be okay with that. Sorry, dude. Hell no. I like consistent increasing. When I say consistent increasing, year after year after year, this isn't it. 44, 78, 89. Great. That's a nice incline there. But then it goes back down to 74, to 49, to 61, to 28, to 30. Yeah, no. No. Hell no. Sorry. I hate to end with a note like that. Okay, Mark, MRK. MRK. Mark. Okay, high, low. Where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Sideways up, sideways down, and down. Okay. Bouncing off this. Looks a little intriguing. What are the numbers? 109. The 109s are going for 155. Nope. See, it's 109.50. So if I buy it at 109.50 and I sell the 109s, I'm losing 50 cents right off the top. Well, if I take the 50 cents out of the equation, I'm walking away with 105. Okay, I might get my 1% there. The 110s, no. I might go for the 109s. Okay, so let's take a closer look. A year ago, 103. Bottomed out at 99. Top of the year was June. 134 in late June. Okay, drops down, goes sideways. Last 30 days. Interesting. Last 30 days. Okay, 116, 119. Drops, pull back, drops. Here's your bottom right here at 108. Shoots up, pulls back. Little inconsistency there. I'm just about ready to sign out anyway. A little bit inconsistent here. Okay, I would wait another couple of days for more confirmation to the upside before I think of jumping in. Because your 30-day bottom was a couple of days ago. 2 days the upside, and then Friday she pulled back and challenged that 30-day bottom. Yeah, no. I like to the upside. I wait on this one a couple more days. Just for confirmation it's going up. Sin, don't take it the wrong way, bud. Thanks, 86. Tesla. Is Mara a buy? I took a look at Mara. Now, I don't give out advice. I don't. Mine came back up. The electricity at 7. Neil, cool beans. My electricity came on at 6:30. I was just getting ready to pack up to go to the church and broadcast from there. Sin, you're doing the right thing by investing. Yeah, you're also doing the right thing by asking questions and doing the research. Never buy anything until you're extensive research. Remember, this is your money you're investing. Never, ever, ever buy something you do not understand. If the numbers aren't right, well, there are plenty other stocks to look at. There's 9,600 and hold on, let's find out exactly. Just for the fun, we haven't looked in a while. Okay, and for that we use FinViz. And I'll look at the screener. And no, I don't want that. The screener. No, I don't want that either. Here it is. Holy shit, look at it now. 9,716 stocks. That's how many stocks are available. So now I have to change. 9,716 stocks. All right. Is what it is. Okay, so 9,716 stocks to pick from. Great. Which one are you going to buy? I isolate mine by consistency and profits. If a company is consistently profit for 2 decades, that's 20 years of increased profits every single year. And weekly options, that allows me a weekly cash flow. That's what I'm looking for. I'm retired. I don't have the luxury nor the desire to take a big chunk of my money and put it into a stock and wait for it to go up. Sorry, ain't there. Ain't gonna happen. Okay, so 9,716 stocks. That's a lot to choose from. Weekly options and 20 years of increased dividends. Those two right there will take out 98% of all the other stocks, because there's only about 300 that actually fit that criteria. Consistently profitable and have weekly options. My neighbor looks like a war has started, and with all the trees stuff around. Yeah. I remember Friday morning, after the wind stopped blowing, as soon as the light came up, we were outside with chainsaws cutting up trees and getting them out of the road. Yep, that was me. I actually have pictures of myself. I had somebody taking pictures of me cutting up the trees. Here I am, 60 years old, retired, out there in like 6 o'clock in the morning. Soon the sun came up, and we're cutting up trees, getting them out of the road. So I like MRK, I do, but this week, no. I want to see it go up. Friday really messed it up. It did. It just means not this week. That's all. BEKE. I never heard of it. When I say I never heard of it, it's usually going to be a no. BEKE Holdings. All right, well, let's see. BEKE. Okay, I'm going to say hell no to this one, dude. So, Techno Nerd. BEKE. They paid 2 dividends. Don't get me wrong, because it looks great. 17 cents for the first dividend, 35 cents for the second dividend. Cool. Well, now they have 19 years left to go before I actually start looking at them. Can I get caption on this? I have no idea what that means. Oops. Yeah, thanks, Techno Nerd. Ignore too new of a company. Do you sell all your... Oh, let me get rid of this. What are we going with tomorrow? Ooh, Cisco. Sound. No, sound is no. Can I get a caption on this? Actually, you can go over to YouTube and watch the video again, because everything I did tonight is recorded on YouTube. The 10-Minute Trader. What are we going with tomorrow? Well, we got a bunch to look at tomorrow. Do you sell all your short positions prior to December 31st? And no, that's not a tax question. No, I don't. I actually carry the stocks as if it was just another day. Because think about it, okay? If you think about it this way, all right, it's just an interesting way of looking at it. The Earth has been around for millions upon millions of years. The calendar that we know of, yeah, it's only been in existence for a couple of thousand years. So the Earth really has no clue whatsoever what day it is. One day after next after next. Here's something interesting you probably didn't know. Okay? Years ago, I'm talking many, many years ago, we used to have 13 months. Not 12, 13. It used to be 13 months back in the 1700s and 1800s. 13 months, not 12. Okay. All that being said, it's past 11:30. That means I'm getting ready to turn into a pumpkin. You guys have a great day, and I will catch you guys again tomorrow night. So everything seems to be back to normal. Great. All right, so guys have a great day, and we will talk again tomorrow. Dun, 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 dun. Stop broadcasting. Okay, I had some questions here on YouTube. What did I forget? I don't see that question on BEKE. All right, Michael, that was on a different channel. Okay, so Michael, you got to remember one thing. I got TikTok, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and another YouTube channel. So I got 7 channels going at one time. So I have questions coming from here, 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 and here. That being said, it's not that you don't get to see the questions from TikTok. TikTok doesn't see the questions from YouTube. Nobody sees the questions from Instagram, and Facebook doesn't have any questions. So it's just the way it is. All right, so that being said, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. I had a couple of questions that I missed. What stocks is better to buy in the market tomorrow? I don't give advice. Sorry, dude. CJ, I love dividends. Love them. But can you explain how dividends play into your strategy? CJ, oh, good question. Here's the thing. Stocks move for 2 reasons and 2 reasons only. 1 is a known reason. 2 is an unknown reason. So if you have an unknown reason, such as a natural disaster, hurricanes, floods, storms, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff, those are unknown reasons. Okay, let's say a ship capsizes and spills oil. The Exxon Valdez, remember that? Okay, that was an unknown event. Also, British Petroleum springing a leak. Oh shit, we got another storm? No. That's over. Ian. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, known reasons and unknown reasons. An unknown reason is something you cannot plan for. You can only react to it. A known reason is something you know that's coming. Dividends, earnings, splits, seasonality, those things we know. That's what we can plan for. So a dividend is announced on a certain time frame, which means they basically do the same dividend year after year after year. Okay, so same dividends year after year. So January, the first week of January, great. Well, the first week of January, year after year, same stocks, dividends, first week of January. Over and over and over and over again. Something you can plan for. That's a known event. Stocks have a tendency to go up in value just before the dividend. So if the stock is going up just before the dividend, it kind of makes sense to buy the stock just before the dividend is paid out. Get your 1%. Thank you very much. Go on to the next stock. Okay? Guys, have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Oh, you guys are still watching down here. Sorry about that. Later, Gator.